Sometimes I feel like, okay, I don't want to miss this that I've got going on with the kids. I want to be present, but I want to apply myself 100% here at work. Where is like the line? Where's the balance? So I just try to make sure that I'm really taking time to dedicate like 100% of my attention to each one when I'm giving it.
Pull up a chair. You're sitting at the table with Power Haus Women, the podcast where bold women in business come to connect, collaborate, and build something bigger than themselves.
We always say, if you're fortunate to have a seat at the table, pull up 3 more. That's exactly what we're doing here.
This isn't just a conversation, it's a movement. We're creating space at the table for conversations that matter. The ones that challenge you, push you, and remind you that you do not have to do this alone.
Every episode, we're talking growth, success, and the real, unfiltered truths of entrepreneurship. No gatekeeping.
No fluff, just the perspective and community that you need to thrive. So if you're ready to surround yourself with women who get it, you're in the right place, and there is already a seat with your name on it. What's up, Powerhouses? Welcome back to At the Table with Power Haus Women.
Today, we're pulling up a chair for Silvana Mariani. She is a realtor, the COO of a Connecticut brokerage, a luxury event planner, and our very own Northern Connecticut Powerhouse Women market partner.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hello. Very happy to be here.
Excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, same. I'm super excited to be here and to get to chat with you guys at the table.
So we start out all of our episodes with kind of just like a straight shoot of a bunch of questions from our founders. All 5 of us asked a question for you to answer. We'll start off with Morgan's question. She said, if someone looked at your life from the outside, what's one thing they'd never guess about your story?
That's an interesting one. Let's see. I think if somebody looked from the outside, I would assume that they wouldn't guess that I was born in Peru. So I don't think a lot of people can pick that up just like by looking at me, because my dad is Italian. So I don't necessarily look the part, but I was born in Peru. I moved to the US when I was 5 or 6, grew up in Connecticut, moved to California for 7 years, and then moved back to Connecticut and spent a summer in Italy with my dad. So I guess just that I'm actually pretty worldly in my opinion.
Yeah, so
other places. Yeah.
That's very interesting. I feel like, you should ask your question next, just because it kind of...
I know it.
That one. Yeah.
Okay, so I was going to ask you what your experience moving to the U.S. from Peru was like.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good follow-up.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so little that I don't totally remember, but I do recall it's sort of maybe some of the challenges that came with it, after arrival. I do remember that it was a little bit tough being away from a support circle, like family and whatnot, because it was just me and my mom when we came. So I do remember that it was a little bit tough kind of getting here and feeling like I didn't have people that I could necessarily go to, if I needed something. But aside from that, I mean, I was really fortunate that I came at a young age, because I did pick up on the language very quickly and was able to make a lot of friends in school and all of that. But I would say that was definitely one of the bigger challenges that I faced kind of moving away.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You speak another language?
I was just going
yes, I speak a couple of languages, but don't test my proficiency. But I
Now we know.
It's true. I could fake it. But yeah, I mean, Spanish was my first language, obviously. I moved here and learned English, so that would be my second. And then my dad is Italian. He lives there. So I learned Italian, and especially when I was there for 3 months, I had to learn it. Especially how do I get a scoop of gelato? Because that was one of the main things I was asking for. And then I was bored in school because everyone was taking Spanish. So I decided to take French, and I literally took it all the way through AP literature, reading and writing. So I got pretty good at that. And now I'm attempting to learn Russian because my boyfriend.
Wow. That's a tough one. I'm so jealous of people that know multiple languages. I was just in Europe earlier this summer.
Oh, yeah, you were right?
Yeah, I was in a visa, and I was honest. And I know a little bit of Spanish. I did study abroad in Barcelona back when I was in college, and I got myself around decently-ish when I was there. And I know very basic Spanish, but I was this is so embarrassing. Everyone in Europe speaks multiple languages. And then there's me and my friends that are what are they saying? So I think it's so cool that you can speak. So, I mean, that's a lot. I think French is probably difficult to learn. And I mean, I can't even imagine Russian.
Well, I mean, they're all Latin root, like Spanish,
Okay.
all of those, but Russian is not. And I did do like some Arabic in college too. And like those two were super tough because they're not Latin root. So there was like no comparatives to the languages that I knew. It's like alphabet. And I feel like most
hard.
That don't.
So hard. I did grow up. I knew Hebrew, and that's a completely
nice.
So that I still know how to read and write in it, but speaking it, I've lost it. But I grew up learning that my whole life from like probably like first grade till 8th grade. So I did have like a decent knowledge of Hebrew back in the day, and now it's completely gone. I didn't keep up with it. I'm sure I could pick it back up though if I tried.
I bet it's still like underneath there. Like it doesn't really leave you. My mom lived in Egypt for 2 years. She went on a missions trip and then just like stayed for a while. So growing up, like when she would get mad or if she like really wanted to get our attention, she'd be like, Yalla, imshi. Like she'd like say Arabic out and be like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
That's a really hard language. That's so
Very
cool.
cool.
Like,
Yeah, I know. It's a fun fact, right? Not something you would guess, but it's definitely helpful. I love it. So it helps me appeal to a more global clientele, at least work-wise. And yeah, I mean, I'm grateful. I should do better at teaching my children. That's something that I'm trying to do, but it's very hard when you're the only person that speaks like certain languages. So
Definitely. But I mean, it's a way that you can connect with people.
Yeah.
Worldwide, really. So that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Next question is from Kelsey. What has been your favorite part of entrepreneurship thus far in your career?
I would have to say maybe like being your own boss, if that makes sense. That's definitely huge for me because as someone who's also worked in like the corporate life for over a decade, like a very long time, sometimes feeling like you can't really march to like the beat of your own drum can be a little bit draining. So with entrepreneurship, it's been really big for me to be able, like, I can call my own shots, write my own path, and really structure things how I want them because it kind of helps bring like my own vision to life, which I think offers you a little bit more fulfillment than the latter.
I agree completely. I'm with you on it. I mean, it is a blessing and a curse at the same time, but I think it's more of a blessing for sure, especially as you get older and a growing family and all that. It's so nice to be your own boss.
Yes, I 1,000% agree. But yes, I mean, it does have its thorns, but
for sure. You need to be very self-disciplined.
it's learning curve.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, next is from Carly. This kind of piggybacks off of you and your family. So she said you're a mom of 2, a dog lover, and you've built businesses while raising a family. How do you balance ambition with motherhood?
I do not. It's tough. It's very tough because you have that constant guilt complex where you feel like you can't reasonably give 100% to every department, but it's my goal to still try, like to do the impossible. So it is tough. Sometimes I feel like, okay, I don't want to miss this that I've got going on with the kids. I want to be present, but I want to apply myself 100% here at work. Where is like the line? Where's the balance? So I just try to make sure that I'm really taking time to dedicate like 100% of my attention to each one when I'm giving it. So like if I am home and my kids need me for something, I try to give them that special time. Like I'll literally take my daughter out into the garden and like we'll turn on the hose and run around. Kind of have some of those like hallmark moments together.
Grace.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's important to try and make that time when you're kind of spread thin. And same thing with work. If I'm focused on work, I focus on work. I know that the kids are taken care of. I'm lucky that they're a little bit older now. It's different when they're very small. But since they're in like daycare and school, it comes a little bit easier. But it's just like time management, prioritizing, and making time for the little things. Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
I'm trying. Thank you.
And my question, last but not least, are you more introverted or extroverted? It's hard to tell when like we just have these conversations with you on Zoom, all of those things. But like in your everyday life, what would you say you lean more?
I think anyone who knows me would tell you I'm more extroverted. But if you asked me, because I'm like on a different planet, I'd be like, oh, I'm an introvert because I have my days where I'm like in my little hole and just want to focus on stuff. But I guess in actuality, I'm very social and I do like
You're an extroverted introvert.
exactly. I'm a mixture of both worlds.
I can relate. Gia, I know, can as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I
You know,
go
social batteries.
well, and then I'm like, don't talk to me for 5 days.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Recharging.
That's what it is. I think it's recharging. So maybe we're just extroverts that like need to refuel our batteries sometimes.
You like put it all out there. We believe it all out there, and we come home in that thing, and we're just like, we have to build it back up again. That's all.
Are there people that like don't need to recharge because they're scary? Like, I don't understand how you can like go, 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 go and never need that like moment to like just sit with yourself and like,
You bring up a good point because I think that there are people out there who are better at like lasting longer on empty. But I do think that that leads to like a crash out or a burnout.
yeah, I could last. I definitely can last. But then I crash out and I don't want anyone to see me for like 2 weeks to a month. I'm like, I need no plans, nothing. But I try not to even get myself to that point anymore because it's the worst. But I just can't imagine there being someone that like never needs that. I think that that's like a very scary person.
That's like AI. That's like like a walking like robot. Yeah, no, it's not.
I know someone like that that's just like always out every function. Like I know a couple of people I'm thinking that I'm like, yeah, that they're probably like that.
It's crazy.
So
I want to like study their brain. Anyways. Anywho, so I would love to talk about how you found Power Haus Women. And obviously we know how you found us, but tell the story, what led you to us and why you were seeking out community.
Yeah. I started kind of just poking around on like social media on Instagram, I think it was, for a group locally. I was like, oh, let me find something kind of nearby, like in Connecticut. There's got to be something like a group of women, professionals, realtors, whatever it is, where I can kind of like market myself, meet other professionals that are in the field, because that's kind of what I did with like my event planning when I had it, right? I marketed with a lot of other like people that I could work hand in hand with, vendors, so on. And that's really how my business grew. So I was hoping to do the same in the real estate world. But everything that I was finding was, I don't want to say lackluster, but it didn't have like the oomph that I was looking for. I was looking for something like a little bit more powerful, more aesthetic, something that really screamed like, I want to be a part of this. Like this speaks to me. And I think I was going down some rabbit hole at like 3 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. And I eventually stumbled on like pages that I was starting to follow. I was like, all right, I'm just going to look up like really badass people that I want to learn from, become like whatever. And at some point I hit somebody who had you guys like in their bio. And I just clicked in and I was like, this is what I was looking for. Like, exactly. And I was like, how did I find this? Because I'm crazy and it's 3 a.m. So I went on the website and pulled it up and I just like got more info, joined the group, and then eventually applied to be like the market partner. And here we find ourselves.
I love that. It was like meant to be.
Yes, it was.
You woke up in the middle of the night,
My little fit of insanity, like
were meant to find us. No, literally. That is the power of social media right there. Like you can find what you're looking for somehow. And with anything, it doesn't even have to be necessarily a person or community. It could be anything, but it led you to us. So that's super cool.
it is. I'm very, very, very happy I got here.
was there anything that you felt like you were really missing? Like what has your experience been in your market that led you to feel like I need to go find something like this?
Yeah, as soon as you said that, like a thought came to mind. It reminded me because when I met you guys, I was still very early on in my like actual real estate sales portion. And I remember that when I'd started, I was kind of like gearing up my social media and I was reaching out to a lot of like local agents. I was like, hey, can I feature your listing? Can I help with this? Can I do A, B, and C in order to gain more exposure for myself, for you, and to learn? And I was met with a lot of really great people who were so willing, but also met with some kickback, right? From some others who were a little bit more closed off and not as open to like sharing. And within that, that's when I kind of felt like, okay, I need something more. I need like a mentor. I need growth. So that's really what made me feel like I needed to look for a group like you guys, because I was like, how can I really make myself larger than life? Like offer myself enough room to like grow. So I think that that was really the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, and that I feel like a lot of people find themselves in a place like that. Like we're looking for more. We're looking for community of some sort, specifically probably within our own industries, and a way to learn and grow from each other. We've talked about this so many times on here, but it really is so different when you're getting together with a group of real estate agents across the country. We're all in separate markets, so there's really no competition here. And everyone's so willing to collaborate and share. And that is the beauty of it. It's very hard to find something like that locally. And you probably never will because, like I said, it's competitive. So
No, I agree. And that's why I'm so happy, because even now when people ask me about the group, like I find myself already saying how much I've learned, because it's like a fountain of knowledge from all of these already successful like women who have done so much within the real estate world, that it's something you really, like you said, you can't find locally. Like you're not, even at your own place, your brokerage, anything of the sorts, like you're not going to be able to gain that level of knowledge from that many different people in so many different markets with so many different experiences. Like it's only something available on like a more national scale.
I'd love to kind of hear a little bit more about, I mean, I obviously already know, but I want our whole audience to hear about you leaving event planning and getting into real estate and kind of your journey there.
Yeah. So it's funny, my event planning, it kind of started after COVID, which was very brave because it was still like in the midst of like people not wanting to get together. But I was like, what a great time when like there's kind of this need for people to connect again, like to do things, to find ways to get together with the people that they love, like during this time that it was so difficult to do that. So I went ahead and did that. I had a really great year. I got some amazing clients, did great events, super successful events. I was really proud of the work that I did. But within that, at some point, I honestly was just looking for ways to like maximize income, right? While still keeping my schedule not too hectic. A lot of the work that I was doing was like in Fairfield County. It was further away. I was having to travel a lot, physically demanding, like all of the above. So I started getting into the real estate world because a family of mine who used to operate the brokerage prior to the current owners reached out to me and they were like, hey, we kind of need a hand with like some extra things. Do you think that you could kind of offer a bit of management aspects, social media, all these things that you're good at on your off time or whatever the case is? I was like, yeah, I think I could do that. I could definitely dedicate time to that. And within that, I eventually, like I said, stepped up into an operations role. And that's when I became like COO of the brokerage. And since they were looking at new management coming in and new ownership, they really needed someone to help guide that into the next phase. And so that's what I became. And I helped the new owners that came on really operate the place since I was familiar with it. And when I was doing that, I was like getting a lot of feedback from people that I would meet, kind of telling me like, wait, do you have like a license? Like, are you selling? And I was like, no, like just managing. And they were so surprised. Like I literally had one of the guys that I met at an event that we did ask me, he was like, I feel like you could sell the shit out of a house. Like, why aren't you doing something with this? And at first it didn't really strike me, but after time I was like, why am I not? Like I'm already here a lot of the time, like doing things. So I just decided to pivot. And I felt like the event planning was such a huge contribution because of that, like open houses aspect, like meeting clients, like networking events, all of the above. I was like, why don't I just marry these two worlds and create a new one? So.
Oh, I love this so much. And I'm so glad that I got the opportunity because I wasn't on your initial call with us to hear that story. That's so cool. First of all, I love the marrying of two worlds. And like, I want to kind of talk more about that in a second because we always say, and this is why we started Powerhouse Society, as women in real estate, we're women in business. The business just happens to be real estate. But there's a lot that we do that anyone but women in other businesses, event planning, owning a coffee shop, doing social media marketing, you're operating yourself like a business and doing things that those individuals in other industries also need to do. So I love that you have that background, and I'm sure you'll provide so much value to the society because all those women are in many different industries, not just real estate. But I love that you have an operations background because I happen to have an operations background in real estate. And I know firsthand the power of like learning all of that stuff beforehand and like really seeing how every single gear of the business works with all of the other different facets and managing people because you have to manage clients, like you manage a team, right? It's very similar. So that's really, really incredible. How long were you managing the brokerage as a COO for?
I was there for about like a year. It wasn't that long, but again, it was needed. And it was a huge load of stuff that needed to be done. So I just like cracked in there and I continue. Like I'm still helping to manage the brokerage, not that I'm doing my own real estate stuff.
So cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just taught you everything that you needed to know about the business.
So much. I love that Gia said something about like the gears because I say that all the time about like knowing the entire machine. That also came from like, I was a paralegal for over 10 years. And I always bring that up, even when it comes to like working with attorneys or like in real estate transactions, because there's so many agents that I talk to that feel like certain things are like, that's not my department. I don't worry about it. I leave that to the experts. So like, I don't, I'm very involved. I like to vet people. I like to like pick things apart, right? Because I come from like the paralegal world. I was like, I hate when attorneys haven't been paralegals because they don't know how to properly gauge whether their paralegal is doing the job correctly. And that affects their job. And with the real estate world, it's like, if you don't know the ins and outs of the operations, the problems that come up, like with the clients, with the agents, with the transactions, you don't know how to properly gauge whether everyone in the transaction is functioning correctly. And that affects how the machine runs. So yeah, I'm so happy that I had the experience because I think that it's just invaluable when it comes to like transactions and clients and all of the above.
I love that you're an operations nerd. I have someone nerd out about operations. Because we're actually in the process right now. So my fiance is an operations engineer.
Nice.
We're like very, very operations oriented and very like logical and like analytical with stuff. But he does consulting. So he helped us build the framework of a Monday.com system to run Power Haus Women and all of its different initiatives as a company. And we're in the process right now of all learning together how all of the different facets interact with each other. So that same thing can be said for a business, that it could be said for a realtor having the operations background. And it's so important. It's one of those things. It's a lot of work to lay the framework and the groundwork, but then once it's done, it's done. It's hard to reverse engineer it once you're already like off to the races.
Precisely. Yeah.
Yeah, everything you said, I just thought of Gia. Like it's just Gia's brain, everything with like all of the operation stuff that is so Gia. And I don't even know how you guys do all of that kind of stuff because I feel like you said, you have your hands in everything. And that is no easy feat. Like that is very, very hard to do. And it's definitely hard to manage.
These are the things that you just like you, Silvana, being up at 3 a.m. Like I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, I could do this automation for this process to get like, I don't know why I can't shut it off. I can't shut it.
You're like
Gia
permanent
sends voice notes.
spreadsheets for the rest of your life.
Gia sends voice notes in like the middle of the night. I'm like, girl, do you sleep?
Yeah, that it's very familiar. So I'm glad.
Other day, I had a purchase and sale contract that I was waiting for a seller to sign and send back. And he sent it at like 2:15 a.m. And then I woke up at 3:15 because I work at a coffee shop part-time and I was opening. So I woke up at 3:15 because I need enough time to have like 30 minutes to answer emails and get ready to go open. And I answered the email. It was like, thank you so much, forwarding to the attorneys. And then he texted me. He's like, I thought I worked late. And I'm like, yeah, like.
You're like, I'm actually starting my day. Thank you.
That's so funny. I mean, yeah, no, there have definitely been times where I've answered clients in the middle of the night and it's not great for the boundary setting, but I'm getting the job done at 3 a.m.
You can also schedule send. Don't be afraid of that.
I've tried to do that before and then it like never sends. So I am afraid of it. I filled for an offer to send once and it never sent.
An email and text.
Email.
Oh, email. Yeah, I was gonna say emails.
Yeah, it was like for like a final and best situation, and the email never sent. And I was like, I'm never trusting this again.
Yeah, I would be scarred.
Yeah.
Never had that happen with schedule sent text. Side note, genius networking hack from my friend Jess. I'm going to give her a little shout out here. We went to a networking event, and networking events, like I like will trade like Instagrams or phone numbers with someone, but I'm like, I really have to be intentional about the next day being like, okay, let me follow up. She was at this event, and every time we would go up and meet someone and like chat with them, the second we're walking away, she's texting them and schedule sending it to send the next day.
Really?
That's
Wait,
smart.
am I such an old lady that I didn't even know you could schedule send?
I was like, that's genius.
Honestly, I didn't know either, Silvana. So
Okay, thank you.
And
that
she
makes me feel better.
scheduled all of her follow up literally at the event.
That's smart. That's extremely smart.
Very smart. I still have on my to-do list to reach out to people that I've connected with. And I just never do it because
Schedule send could just change your world.
I know. Yeah. I mean, usually I meet these people when I'm out drinking. So it's like, really, there's really no like, what'd you say?
I said, so you're like, this is not a time for me to formulate.
Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? Like, if I never reach out, like, whatever. But I feel like that would be stupid. That's a misconnection. And I feel like I typically always connect with people no matter what, even the week or so later, whatever. But recently I did connect with someone when I was visiting Rhode Island, and I actually talked about Power Haus Women. And I was like, oh my God, I'm definitely going to reach out. I still haven't.
Gia can hook you up with a little Excel sheet.
Yes, I would. But see, that's the other side, the blessing and the curse of having an operations brain is overcomplicating things. I am very guilty of that sometimes. How do I need a whole, like, I just need to do. I don't need a whole thing, whole system. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I literally am to like have those worlds. I'm not like super into the horoscopes, but people always ask me, they're like, what's your sign? And I always tell them, I'm like, I'm a cusp. I'm like a Taurus Aries cusp, which are like very different. Fire and earth. And that's how I feel though, like in person. So same, like even when it comes to operational versus like type A, type B, I feel like I'm type C, right?
I am type C. I'm with you, right? I am a combination of the two. And I feel like it's made up, but it's real. It really, like, I'm not type A at all. And I'm not crazy type B either. Like type B is crazy chaotic.
I've been saying I'm like A minus or like B minus. Like type C is so good. I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to give yourself a negative sign.
No,
See.
no
And
more.
actually, that does drag me back to how I manage to do like the work and the kids and all that. That's why, because I'm C. So like I have enough, like, I don't care to like get through the hectic craziness, but enough A to be like, this needs to be organized. So yeah, that's how we thrive.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I think type B, if you're like only type A or only type B, like I don't think it's possible for everyone to be like that. I mean, I definitely know so many people that are just type A and just type B.
I know a lot of people who are just.
I couldn't function like if I'm one of them. Like I have to be a combination of the two. I'm definitely like put together, organized, all that, but like in my own chaotic way.
Yeah.
And it just works for me.
I like the chaotic middle ground.
Yeah. I'm definitely a little chaotic, but it is, people actually always think I'm type A and they just assume I'm like that. And I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm so not type A. I am not a planner. I hate planning things. It's not that I'm not good at it, because when I do it, I'm really great, but I don't like doing it. Like I don't actually enjoy it. So it stresses me out. It brings out like a side of me that I just want to get it done. Like, and why would I want to do something half-assed? That's the type of side of me.
Whichever side I'm on, I'm like all the way in there. There's like no, I just like pivot from like side to side. I'm either like super planned, super this, or like, I don't give a shit. I'm done. Like just
Yeah, I feel like that's you.
Yeah, I feel like we're like soul twinkies.
Very soul sister. No, I am so like that. When I turn it off, it's off. Like there's no, it's just so, I feel like I'm literally talking to a mirror. This is amazing.
Yeah, like what's your rising sign? Like, do you guys have the same rising?
I don't know. My friend will send me a chart, so I'll share it.
Have to share. But you said you're Taurus, Aries, which I'm an Aries moon, Libra rising, and then my best friend Jordan is a Taurus. Like I get along very well with my fellow Earth because I'm a Capricorn. So
My best friend is a Taurus as well. I've always had a best friend that's a Taurus.
That's so funny. Actually, my best friend growing up was a Capricorn. And other than that, I have a lot of just friends that are a lot of things, and I don't know how I deal with all of them.
you're an Earth sign, Cuthbert. You're grounded.
That's great. Thank you. Hats off to me.
I love it.
So shifting gears a little bit, I'm just so curious, what piece of advice would you offer to any entrepreneurial women or entrepreneurial moms specifically based on like your journey so far?
Timing is everything if we're talking like mom wise, because when it comes to entrepreneurship, it has its ebbs and flows. And like when I was doing event planning, that was the time for it. And prior to that, there was a time when there was no time for it. So I think that when it comes to being a mother, it's very important to get your timing right. Like there's going to be times where you kind of have to take an ebb or a flow. Like you're going to have highs and lows. I just think that's really the most important piece of advice I can give, because like I couldn't have done this when I was a single parent years back and I had A, B, and C going on. I had to like wait for my time to flourish, and that's okay. Like you don't have to feel defeated. Is your time, is it your prime time yet? Like that time can come and you can start to take steps to like build yourself up for when that time shows up.
I love that. It is very important to recognize that too, especially when you're in it. I think it's very hard for people to do that, including me. I feel like I ebbed and flowed so much throughout my career. But if you kind of just have that inner knowing that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to, just go along, roll with the punches. That's really like the best way to do it. So kudos to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that advice. I feel like I needed to hear that at this point in life too.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I always need to hear it every day. I'm like a fortune cookie of advice that like doesn't speak to itself sometimes. So
We're all like that.
yeah.
Taking our own advice. Fortune cookie. I love fortune cookies. No, I'm not. We got a lot of like Chinese food. A lot. And I literally, this is a sound bowl. I don't know where Jay got it, but he got the sound bowl. And like, this is one of like very many like things that are
fortunes
filled with fortunes.
I love it.
I'm just like, I love little fortunes.
That is so cute. I love that. And we also like when we get Chinese, we all each like pick our cookie and read it. And sometimes,
Yeah,
oh, I got your cookie, and we'll switch.
it's a ritual. It's a good ritual to do. I love it.
Sure. You're a fortune cookie friend. I love that.
So one thing that we always do towards the end of every episode is we do hot takes. Each of us just kind of gives a random hot take. Doesn't have to be about anything in particular. G, if you have one, I know you usually come prepared with them. You could go first, then Silvana can kind of get the idea.
Okay, I do have a hot take, but I'm just trying to remember if I said it on our last podcast.
If it's the matcha one, you already said it.
Here, I'll give another drink.
I love matcha.
Yeah, I probably have never had like a good one. So it's probably on me or whoever has made any matchas that I've ever had. But I will give you another drink related one. Fruit flavored coffees, if it's not banana. What are we doing? What are you doing? Like
Blueberry coffee is so good. It's so banging. So you're out of your mind.
Want like tea? Nah, I'm thinking
You're out of your mind if you don't like blueberry lattes.
Eric Lewis has a blueberry cinnamon flavor I've never tried. I will try it for you next time.
blueberry sounds good. I think I had something like that in Maine once, and it was like
It needs to be like a blueberry syrup, though, not like a blueberry flavored coffee. You know what I mean? Like a latte, blueberry syrup. Like, you know, the Nitro Bar, G, in Rhode Island, they make like an insane blueberry latte. And I figured out how to make it at home. It was so good.
Yeah, I just can't imagine putting a fruit flavored shot of the syrup into coffee. I just can't. I don't know. That's like criminal.
Gotta be done.
That's criminal. But like I said, I will try. It's a blueberry cinnamon flavored coffee.
Yeah, see, that's not, I don't know.
That gets it. So I'll try it. I'll do taste test.
that makes me think of, like,
Fruit flavored coffee, that should be outlawed. Sorry.
Okay, Silvana, what's your hot take?
let me not overthink this. Hold on. I don't know if this even like matches what a hot take is, but I'm gonna say it because it's what I thought of when Gia brought up this coffee. is that I get really annoyed that I say this all the time. It's really sad. Chick-fil-A has the spicy chicken sandwich, and I don't understand why they don't have it in like a chicken strip form or like a nugget form.
Wait, they do have chicken nuggets.
No, but not spicy ones.
Wait, they don't?
I'll sign this petition.
And I
They
literally,
don't? Why do I? Are you sure there's not? Wait.
I'm positive. I've asked them, and I will literally order just a spicy chicken fillet, like without bread, nothing, and eat it in my car like some.
I
Like,
could have sworn I've gotten spicy chicken nuggets from there. Are you sure?
I'm so sure, unless it's like just a state thing. I don't know. But they have it.
I'm like pretty positive I've gotten spicy chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, unless I'm literally.
Maybe they did like a soft launch and it didn't work. I don't know, but
It was a special. I'm losing my mind. I swear I've had that.
not
If they don't have it, that is criminal and should be an option.
Yeah, that's not even a hot take. This is like we need to sign a petition.
This is like an issue in the world.
Yeah, but I'm like 99% sure I got spicy chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
I feel like I have to.
I would say, someone please pull out their phone, because if I'm that blind that like if they're there and I haven't seen them.
Maybe it was like newer. I don't remember the last time I had it. It's been a little.
Chick-fil-A does not currently offer spicy chicken nuggets as a standard menu item, but they have tested them.
Okay. They've had it before.
They've tested them. Yeah.
I've had it.
Have spicy chicken strips.
No, they do not. At least on my Chick-fil-A. Is that the AI response?
Not that.
No, is it? AI, yeah, AI overview. But then there's a whole Reddit thread. Why have spicy nuggets yet? Chick-fil-A.
I need to go stampede the Reddit thread. Like where have you been all my life?
I'm dying.
It makes me want to cry.
My hot take is like not about food at all. It's actually like I thought about it yesterday, and this might rub some people the wrong way for sure. But that's a hot take.
Hot take.
So I don't know how to really explain this that well. You know how everyone always says, though, if someone reacts negatively to you or the way someone's behavior is, it has nothing to do with the reflection of themselves. You know, that, which I do agree with to an extent. But sometimes it really is about that person just absolutely sucking. Like it has nothing to do with me or them or whatever. It's the fact that that person just sucks. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, you're
like it's not always a reflection on the way they view themselves or their insecurities. Sometimes someone really just sucks. Like if someone's nasty to me.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's not like a reflection on themselves. Like they just, actually, I'm explaining this terribly. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. It's
I feel like enough with saying that. I feel like some people just absolutely suck. And
I think that it's really geared towards certain people, such as like miserable individuals. So like when I say that to a friend, it's because like I know that person sucks.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It can also be a thought-stopping cliche of like, oh, it just says more about them than it does about you. Like, no, maybe you were in the wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
There's like the sister saying, I feel like the sister saying makes sense where like if everyone says the same thing, then maybe like there's true, like where there's smoke or fire or whatever. Like maybe if multiple people treat you a certain way, then you do suck.
Yeah. I just feel like we've just been saying this for so long that everyone believes it. But I just feel like it's not like that in every case. I feel like sometimes maybe you need to reflect with yourself, and sometimes that person just sucks or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm explaining this so badly, but like, if you guys understand what I'm saying, like, I just feel like it has, I don't know.
The world is gray, Marley. So yes.
like, oh, someone's nasty to me, but no, that's just their own insecurities. Or maybe, no, I'm saying it the opposite way. Let's say I am being nasty to someone for a valid reason. It's not because I'm insecure. It's because you suck. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
This hot take. There's something that prompted it.
No, I was watching a TikTok yesterday, and this girl was talking about someone and how, you know, it like they were nasty to her, and that was a reflection of themselves. And I immediately was like, can we stop saying this?
No,
because maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a reflection on them. Maybe you just suck.
Yeah.
So that's my hot take of the day.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I learned so much more about what a hot take actually is. But I am glad that I got to share about chicks.
I mean, this is a food podcast. Just kidding. But like, we can always talk about food here.
Let's talk about food here for sure.
I am a major foodie, so I can literally talk in a whole episode about restaurants and any type of food that maybe no one has tried. I probably have.
I'm like the opposite of a foodie. I would drink my meals 3 days.
Yeah.
8 times a day.
Like alcohol, drink, juices,
Yeah, if I could just I would take a meal in a pill form 3 times a day if I could. I literally I don't know. I just don't have
food is fuel.
What'd you say?
Or food is fuel, like a plant.
Yeah, I don't, but not even in that super holistic way. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but more just when my stomach starts growling, I'm like, okay, I'll eat. Fine, I'll eat. I don't know.
To live. You eat to live. I live to eat. I think about my meal. I wake up and I'm like, what am I eating today? And then when I'm finished with my meal, I'm like, what's next? I'm always hungry.
Plan your day around the food.
I plan my life around food.
I hate when I hang out with someone and they don't eat for a really long time.
You're literally my fiance.
It's we're clearly just a match made in heaven. But it's I can't stand it. I'm just are you not hungry?
I'm always hungry. At all times. When Gia told me this, I was like, this is crazy to me. But because I've never been my whole life, I've just always loved food so much. But you eat though. We go out, we get sushi, we split stuff.
There's specific food that I could eat sushi all the time. I could, even though I know it's not the best thing for you to eat all the time. And then sweets and tacos, I eat like a 10-year-old.
I used to be a pastry chef. I have such a bad sweet tooth.
Yeah,
a lot like that. I will eat. I will eat if it's something that I'm excited about, but there are very few foods that I get.
You do love sweets.
Excited about. I love sweets. That's how I stay so sweet. I need my little sweet treat.
I'm the opposite. I want the saltiest, nastiest, sour, maybe not sour, but a bowl of olives.
Yeah.
French fries, all the savory things. That's me. I will eat anchovies.
Yeah, you're super salty.
Yes, dirty martini, pickle martini. I love savory, salty, everything.
I'm definitely on the sweeter side, I think. I love sweets so much. But I actually like dark chocolate. So not overly sweet.
A little bitter, tiny bit.
Exactly. You need a mixture. Give me a little bit of everything, a dark chocolate covered raspberry with a sprinkle of sea salt and
oh, yeah, sea salt, savory.
Yeah.
No, sweet and savory at the same time I like. It's so interesting about taste buds because I was recently on a bachelorette trip and one of my friend who's the bride, one of her friends liked everything I like. We like to eat the same type of thing. She's like, Marley, I feel like we have the same taste buds. I'm like, yeah, anchovies, dirty martini, all the same types of things. And everyone else is like, no, we want a sweet martini, espresso martini. I don't like them. I don't like espresso martinis. I think they're too sweet. So it's so interesting.
Fair.
So funny.
I think how to do an Aperol spritz, French fries, and a dark chocolate cake.
Oh, you guys, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to eat after this. We got to wrap it up now. But this episode has been so great. And thank you so much for joining us today. Where can everybody find you? Connect with you online?
Definitely find me on Instagram. I have 2. I have Silvana's World is my personal page if you want to see all of my personal life crazy. And then Silvana Sells _CT is my business page if you want to follow my real estate journey.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we hope to have you back on here again.
So I had so much fun.
So did we.
Chatting with you, getting to know you, my twin flame. My twin flame. I know. Well, I hope you girls have a great rest of your day. And I'm sending y'all great vibes.
No, go get some foods.
Love ya. Bye.
That's a wrap on this episode of At the Table with Powerhouse Women. Thanks for tuning in. If you love today's conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
Your support helps us keep pulling up more seats at the table.
Want to keep the conversation going? Join the movement at powerhousewomen.com/society.
And connect with us on Instagram at Powerhouse Women.
Until next time, keep showing up, keep building, and remember,
there's always room at the table for you.